Well, hello there, guys and gals. Welcome to another week, kicking off another week of Miyagi Mornings. Today we are at episode, I believe here, 125. That could be wrong. I've made some mistakes lately with things, little things like that, like numbers and stuff, but I think that's right. We're going to talk about why gold and silver are terrible forms of money today. And I'm going to do this from a perspective that I don't think I've really heard anybody talk about. I'm not saying nobody ever did. I'm just saying I haven't heard it. And I was thinking about it today when I was out taking care of the ducks this morning and listening to a podcast of all things on contemporary monetary systems and a cryptocurrency advocate interviewing people that were talking about things like bond rates and interest and returns and stuff like that in the standard everyday fiat system. And this actually led me to start thinking about silver and gold, and that's what I want to talk about today. So before I explain why they're terrible money, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying you shouldn't own silver and gold. As you guys know, I have a very long-term sponsor on my podcast, if you listen to my podcast rather than just my videos, that sell silver and gold. And I recommend them. And about once a week, maybe it'll be like 3 weeks in a row, and then their rotation will come up to where they don't make it a week. You hear me say, hey, you should buy silver and gold. I think they're fantastic assets, okay? I think they're a fantastic way to hedge against inflation. I think they're a great way to have a financial reserve. I'm saying they suck as money. And I don't mean they suck a little bit as money. I mean they suck as money. They actually suck worse as money for people to use as money than fiat does. I'm not saying they don't hold their value better than fiat. I'm talking about using them as money. And this is the place where I think my perspective is unique. Unlike most of the people that talk about this subject, either as crypto advocates or precious metal advocates, I've done something that, as far as I know, most of them that talk a lot about it never have. I have sold services to people in the real world for both. Technically, I still do, but since cryptocurrency really caught on, no one pays me in silver anymore. I never really sold a lot in gold because, one of gold's fundamental issues is it is so inherently valuable and so difficult and expensive to fractionalize, you can't go out and buy a $25 product with gold. It doesn't make any sense. $25 worth of gold costs a hell of a lot more than $25 to buy. The smaller the piece of gold or silver, as I've said last week, the more expensive it becomes. Now, you might say the same is true of Bitcoin, but we have solutions to that for Bitcoin, and we have other cryptocurrencies. So I'm not talking about gold versus Bitcoin here. I'm talking about cryptocurrency versus gold or silver. Precious metals versus cryptocurrency as money. As a way to do business, precious metal sucks. This is why I say this. This is real world, and I really believe if you'll listen to this and put your biases and your preconceptions on the shelf and give me 5 minutes of being willing to be open and listen to this if you're on the other side of this, where if you're a logical person when I'm done, it'll be very difficult for you to disagree. If you can do it. Most people, I think, this is almost an ideological, religious-like fervor, and you're incapable of it. But if you are, I invite you to consider the following. Back in 2009, I introduced to my podcast a service called the Member Support Brigade. For $50 a year, you could become a member, and then you were supporting me, and you got all these great discounts. And the reason that product has done so well that it funds most of my existence and has since 2009 when I launched it is a logical product for people to buy. Since they're in the prepper, homesteading, world, the fact that they can buy, ammunition at a discount, seeds at a discount, plants at a discount, long-term storage food at a discount, all kinds of things, food and coffee and herbal medications, etc. Like all these things that people probably are going to buy a little bit here and there of anyway over a year. If the discounts come up to more than the price of the membership, if you don't buy that, even if you don't like me, I think you hate money. Like, that just makes sense. And I have people that save $300-$400 a year on a $50 membership. So it sells very well. So as soon as I put it up for sale, I have people say, can I pay it? This is before crypto, right? This is '09. Can I pay in silver? Sure. Well, I got to come up with a process for this. So I make a form that you print out. Okay, you print the form out, you fill out the form, you have to write out your name, your email, etc. So that when I set up your membership, we can send you an email, and then you have access to your account. And if something's wrong, you can ask for help, etc. Now, when I sold back then, if you bought with PayPal, credit card, etc., I did absolutely no work unless you had a problem, and our system was set up so well that almost nobody, and to this day, if you sign up that way online, there's almost no problems. I do about 1 to 2 customer service emails a week, and it almost never has to do with signing up. So the signups, I don't have to do shit. It's all automated. It's, I want to cancel my account, can't figure out how, or my card got declined and I need to renew. That's my customer service 99% of the time with people that sign up using a credit card, PayPal, etc. With Silver, they had to send me a form. Now I have to have someone manually enter their account information. And I have to take this Silver into my possession. They have to mail it to me. And it became very clear very quickly if I wanted to get any real amount of silver in, especially since how do you price $50 in silver, I had to offer a discount. So I'd do whatever number of ounces came up to under $50 but didn't go over, and then whatever that was the discount at the time. And I started to get some orders. Probably 3 to 4% of my business came in silver. And I would say for every 10 people that paid me in silver, at least 2 times out of 10, 20% of my orders, the silver was stolen out of the mail, up to where I had to make this elaborate explanation of how to package your silver to make it less likely to be stolen. And I want to be clear, I would get the envelope and the form, right? No money. People in the postal service stole the silver. So the only way to get that to go away was to put insurance on the shipping, which made it even more expensive for people to send me their silver. So now I'm giving a discount, I'm having orders fall through. That's 2 ways I'm losing money. And I have to do more customer service. That costs me resources. Those are 3 ways I was getting paid less money to accept silver. And that's just bad business. Along came cryptocurrency. When cryptocurrency came around, I'm like, well, I think you should get involved with this. What I think you should do is go buy some cryptocurrency, send it to a wallet, a custodial wallet when you control. A non-custodial wallet when you control and the exchange doesn't. Learn how it works. Then spend it. You're going to spend the money anyway. You're not really out any money. Go buy $200 worth, and wait till you're ready to be a member. And when you're ready to be a member for $50, go do it, and you immediately have something you can spend it on. And that will teach you how to buy it, how to transfer it to completely your own possession, and how to spend it. And I thought that was a valuable thing for people, and it worked for me, and people started doing it. And I still don't do like the majority of my business in cryptocurrency, but I do far more business today in cryptocurrency than I ever did in silver when it was at its height. So having sold with both ways, here's what I can tell you. When somebody buys with cryptocurrency, I actually do a manual entry, but I do not have to. I do that for reasons we will not get into today, but it lets me touch the customer a little bit more, and it lets me keep my transactions very, very private. And it's very quick, and it's very easy, and it's basically cutting and pasting 3 things and hitting send this guy an email. Right? I have no customer service problems when people join that way. My number 1 customer service problem with filling out a form and mailing it to me is that people can't write worth a shit, and then you can't get their email right, and then you get bounces from their email. And that's why I had to put, like, please give me your phone number so we can text you if there's a problem. Right? And that made people more apprehensive. People that are using silver, gold, crypto, they want to be as private as possible. I don't care if you use a fake name, fake email, whatever. I just want you to get your membership. With cryptocurrency, not an issue. Total number of times somebody sent me a cryptocurrency transaction and somebody stole it between the time it was sent and I received it, 0. So all 3 of my losses, the need to provide a discount, I often do provide a discount from crypto, but I don't have to. I literally had to do it for silver, okay? Additional customer service, non-existent, and theft and loss, non-existent. There's a 4th expense on the other side of it, the expense for the buyer, which makes them less likely to engage in the behavior because they're spending $7, $8, $10, $12 to ship $37 worth of silver. And you can talk all you want about Bitcoin fees, but that's expensive transactions. And those people using crypto have other options. They can send me Litecoin, they can send me Bitcoin Cash, whatever. And if I want Bitcoin, I have ways to make that happen in the background that don't cost me a lot. So cryptocurrency as a form of payment to me works beautifully. And I could make it as automated as dollars if I wanted to, including conversions. I don't because I have my reasons for that, but I could. I have no loss. I'm not providing a discount. I have no additional customer service. Okay, this is a $50 product. This is a $50 electronic product. So do you know what I did when somebody sent me 2 ounces of silver for a year's membership or 6 ounces of silver for 3 years? 3 years, I'm at $150 of revenue that I don't have now because their silver got stolen in the mail because there's thieves in the postal system. Both contractual employees and actual employees steal shit, and I get pissed. I get people pissed off at me that work for the Postal Service whenever I say that. I'm sorry, I've seen it too many times. And reporting it did absolutely nothing. No one ever got caught. No one ever got in trouble. That's why they kept doing it. Okay? So, what did I do for that person? I entered their information and gave them their membership, and I didn't even tell them that it got stolen because it really didn't cost me anything except I didn't earn the income. I took the loss because I felt bad for my customer and because I could give them the product. What if I was selling a $150 product that I had $90 of cost into? What do I have to do now if you sent me silver? And you could tell me, well, you can make silver or gold, electronic, and all. Yeah, do it. You know, all this talk about how great silver and gold were for money, and the reality was all the people talking about it never took it as money. They never sold anything as money. Not at scale, not at volume, not day-to-day business. They might have thought, well, I did a speaking engagement and I had them pay me in gold. Good for you. That's great. That's like my little one-off sales for silver for memberships. It's not day-to-day, over and over business. Those of you that think we can fix everything by going back to the gold standard or whatever, you have no idea what you're actually asking for. The reality is like this. You know, there was a time when one of the best cars you could buy was a stick shift driven, clutch operated, wooden floorboard Model T Ford. It was a fine car. It was damn sure better than a horse. But I'm not going to drive a Model T today. I'm driving a friggin' 8-speed automatic Challenger, you know, that's 0 to 60 before the horse, the car replaced farts. Okay? Before the horse farts done, I'm at 60 miles an hour going down the road. Because that's our modern technology. Gold is literally archaic technology. People are like, it's got thousands of years of history of holding value. That's because it is ancient financial technology. And I am not saying you shouldn't use it. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest in it. I'm not saying you shouldn't hold it. I'm not one of these people that's like, I think you should do this, or I think you should do this. I'm one of these people like, I think you should, when I say diversify, I mean actually diversify. Well, you should have precious metals. I got that. You should have cryptocurrency. I got that. You should have dollars. I have that. Stocks. Got those. Bonds. Got that. Mutual funds. Yep. ETFs. You bet. Right? Real estate. No doubt. Absolutely. That's diversification. But when you're talking about using something as money, you're talking about enabling a transaction. Cryptocurrency's weakness for transactions in the United States right now is tax law. It's not technology. It's not technology, it's tax law. That's its only weakness. And all this shit about it, like you can't buy a scone with a Bitcoin. Yeah, you can. Ask Jack Mallers how to do that. And there'll be more and more ways to do that. When people say, well, that's centralization. No, it's not. Strike is not centralization, and the reason it's not is nothing prevents somebody from creating another version of Strike, a better version of Strike, a cheaper, a faster, a new type. Nothing prevents that. Centralization is the banking system because entry into the banking system is controlled by the bankers themselves. You want to go start up a bank tomorrow? Go ahead. Good luck. Let me know how it works out for you. You want to go start a crypto mining operation? You want to build something that works on an existing blockchain to enable existing cryptocurrencies to do something? Zero prevents you other than your lack of ability, lack of knowledge, or excuse making from doing it. This is the currency of the future. Gold and silver are valuable assets that are the currency of the past. And before you tell me I'm wrong, show me your business where you're running it on accepting silver and or gold. And show me your books. I won't tell anybody what they say. Show me that you have a valid business model enabled by silver payments. Go ahead. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Different perspective, and I will be back tomorrow with something non-crypto related. Though, you know why I do so many cryptocurrency videos for Miyagi Mornings? They're the ones with the highest view count. They're the ones more of you watch. So if you have something you want me to talk about on Miyagi Mornings that I haven't yet, let me know. Take care, guys.